So tell me, why have you chosen to come to Forest School? What do you like about it?
Because it's just the best thing. I just have such a good time here, and I've made friends that I probably wouldn't have made unless I came to Forest School. It gives me a chance to go out, like, outside, instead of just sitting inside. Yeah. It just gets me closer to nature, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Can you tell me what are some of your favourite things to do here?
Capture the flag. Just so fun.
Yeah.
Like one team and another team, and then you have to run into each other's half and grab the flag and take it back into your half before someone on their team takes you.
Do you think that Forest School has had an impact on the rest of your life outside of the forest?
Yeah, definitely.
In what way?
Well, it just makes me want to come here, like, when it's not actually Forest School, because I've got other friends here, and it's kind of like the trees are my friends and my dens are my friends.
Yeah. What about the skills you've learned? Because it's not just putting up dens and tying knots. There's a lot of other things, other skills that we acquire. Do they help at all in the rest of your life?
Yeah, like teamwork. So.
And digging.
Susan, you've been sending your children to our forest schools for 5 years.
Yep.
Why are you such a good customer for us? Why do you keep coming back, or allow your children to keep coming back to forest school?
Because just once I wasn't quick enough off the mark to reply to the email inviting us to Forest School, and both of them were absolutely distraught. So I haven't made the same mistake again. I mean, we were going to Whitby, and I thought that would be a good alternative, but there isn't an alternative as far as my kids are concerned to Forest School. This is the highlight of the holiday. Where else do they get to really, truly decide for a few hours what they do? We're so aware, your lives are structured, and it's constantly saying to your kids, come on, we've got to be here, we've got to do that, you need to get this done, you need to practice that, you need to do this bit of homework. It's constantly moving them on, and they never get a chance to just really sort of absorb themselves in a particular thing. And I think when they're here, they're very much in the moment, they're very much lost in what they're doing, and they're allowed to just be. And I just think that happens so infrequently now, and it's just people's lives are very busy.
Obviously you don't see them whilst they're here, but we hand them back to you. How do you think it's changed your children? Do you think it's had an impact in any other areas of their lives?
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose I've seen a real change in Cleo very recently, so I suppose in a sense I'm sort of more tuned into that and the impact that Forest School has had. Now, as Cleo was saying, the last one that she did in May really had quite a sort of transformative effect on her. Sounds a bit grand, but she came away from it saying, I feel really different, I feel really confident. For Cleo, her confidence at school, her teachers keep saying that she's really flourishing in terms of confidence, and it's just that there's space here to have the kind of imagination that is in there but very rarely gets an opportunity to fully sort of manifest itself. The other thing that I think is really unique about this is that there's quite an age range of children, and the children in school, the year groups are very compartmentalised. There isn't a lot of opportunity for children to engage with people in higher or lower years, and both playing up to older children and playing down to younger children is an important developmental thing, and Max, I think you were saying, the younger children are really looking up to him. I think it's great for Max
become
that
a role model.
It's great for Max, that he sort of feels all these small children, they really like me, and as you say, he feels the that kind of responsibility of being a role model. But for them, to get to play with a 12, nearly 13-year-old and see him not as somebody sort of bit scary that he's nearly a teenager, but he's just doing what they're doing.
If you can sum up Forest School in 3 words.
Free, fun and fantastic.
I'm Max.
I'm Cleo.
And we get out more.